Yeah.
You've been reviewing movies for quite a while now, but on YouTube, is there like a name that you go by?
Of course there is. They call me Mac. Hey everyone! So Birds of Prey is the much anticipated next film in the DCEU, and it takes the best thing to come out of Suicide Squad,
Jared Leto's Joker.
No, Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn, and makes the film that frankly Suicide Squad wishes it was. So I watched Birds of Prey at the Project Mayhem special screening, which they hosted at the newly revamped Musgrave Cinemas.
What is this, a crossover episode?
Excited for Birds of Prey?
Yes, I am. Are you excited for Birds of Prey?
Yes, I am. It's just really weird.
What?
It's really weird. It looks really weird, eh?
I'm videoing, so.
You did it.
The cinemas look really nice, so if you haven't been there for a while, you should definitely check them out. The seats were super comfy, and the entire cinematic experience was on point. So Birds of Prey has quite a compact story, which is refreshing considering the recent slew of superhero epics. Harley craves independence after a rough breakup from the Joker. She's fed up of living in his shadow. But word soon gets out that she's no longer under the protection of Mr. J, sparking open season for anyone with a grievance, and there are many. So when Harley stumbles across a liberating golden ticket, everything gets in her way, including the ruthless Roman Sionis, aka Black Mask. To protect her asset, Harley teams up with a group of women who all want to shake up the unjust system. And fantabulous mayhem ensues. Now when it comes to DC movies, I tend to set my expectations low, because as much as I want to enjoy them, I also want to avoid bitter disappointment. So when early hype started to lift my expectations, I got a little nervous, but there was certainly no need to be. Birds of Prey is an absolute riot. Margot Robbie is a supremely talented actress, so if nothing else, we could at least expect a great performance from her, and she nails it. A former psychiatrist, Harley is smart but unhinged, and Robbie owns her irreverence with a fiery performance. The rest of the flock soared just as high. Their strong performances are fleshed out with solid backstories, which result in compelling character arcs. It's easy to empathize with them, which means it's easy to root for them. My personal favorite is Black Canary, who's trapped in such an awful predicament that I genuinely felt her anguish. But that takes nothing away from the others, including Montoya, a cop who yearns for a just society, and Huntress, whose revenge-fueled intensity is often quite hilarious.
But let's not forget the best character in the entire movie, which was Harley's egg sandwich.
Oh yeah. I feel like that egg sandwich is a close second to the cheese sandwich in Chef.
I can agree.
The grilled cheese sandwich sets the benchmark for sandwiches in movies. Ewan McGregor is clearly having an absolute blast as Roman Sionis. He's flamboyant, eccentric, and terrifyingly unpredictable. His flair is a suitable match for Robbie's unhinged anti-hero. Roman's notorious henchman Victor Zsasz seems to have been reined in just a little bit, but this was likely to prevent him overshadowing his boss. They certainly make a formidable duo, and despite a lack of character development for Roman, McGregor's scenes are honestly some of my favorites. Visually, this movie is like if a giant glitter bomb went off in the most colorful candy shop you can imagine. The vibrant colors in the sets and costumes pop off the screen to make Birds of Prey anything but dull. The narrative world is very unique and stylized, and the characters feel like a product of their environment. Birds of Prey is very playful with a mix of mediums. It's Harley telling her story from her perspective, and her mind is chaotic to put it mildly. So things do jump around a bit. Although this breaks up the pacing, it never gets confusing, and little things that maybe don't make too much sense are addressed head-on so that you stop thinking about them, like high-kicking in tight pants or random outfit changes. It is a comic book movie after all. The fight choreography is sumptuous. The scenes are shot mostly in wides and from dynamic perspectives. The creative use of environments and impressive stunts make them highly immersive and very enjoyable. And to support all of this is one of the best soundtracks I've heard in a long time, full of banging beats to beat up bad guys to. It's one that I'll be playing on repeat.
Hey, can you say sumptuous again?
Sumptuous.
Cool.
My only real issue with this movie is that there's a lot of focus on Harley, which is far from a big problem. But if you consider the title, not as much time as you'd expect is dedicated to the Birds of Prey. Maybe a more fitting title would have been Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey, because the elusive team-up happens very late in the movie. Despite this, Birds of Prey is tons of fun, and it doesn't try to be much more than that. It's chaotic, playful, very funny, and just a really good time. I'll definitely be catching it on the big screen again. I feel like it'll be even better in IMAX. Also, there's a hyena. Funko have released a bunch of cool pops for this movie, and the people at Project Mayhem have been nice enough to give me a few to take a look at. My personal favorite is Harley Quinn at the Black Mask Club. I really like her silver jacket and the detail on her face. The pink eyeshadow looks really nice. Next up is the caution tape one. Her jacket is actually clear, which I think is a really nice touch, and it's a very colorful pop. Next up is the roller derby one. I like the caution tape on her helmet, I think that's really cool. It's a short scene in the movie, but it's a really cool pop. And then last but not least is Harley Quinn with Beaver, which is cool because it comes with a beaver.
What's the beaver's name?
Beaver. His name is Beaver.
Oh.
Just Beaver. Now Project Mayhem is so awesome that they've given me one of these to give away. So if you'd like to win this pop, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel. That's the most important part. Make sure you subscribe. And then comment down below with what the name of Harley's hyena is. If you'd like more chances to enter, head to my Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter profiles and look out for my competition post. I'll be announcing the winner in my next video, so make sure you keep an eye out. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Hey, do you wanna get out of here and go get an egg sandwich?
I've been thinking about an egg sandwich every day since I watched this movie.
Me too. Just let's go.
Yeah, let's go on. Bye, Harley.